Good morning and welcome to the Take Your Life Back Today show. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm your host, addiction recovery coach, and life coach. What are some of the signs of addiction and how do you know if it has control of you? Well, let's talk about 4 signs of addiction that have a control of you. At the early stages of addiction, my friends, balancing life and using what was probably hard, but it was manageable at that time. At the early stages, this is. Nevertheless, as your addiction grows stronger, it becomes harder and harder to feed. The balancing act start falling apart in your life. You will struggle to sneak to get your drugs and your alcohol. You will start to get caught by people. Your family will start to push you away, and you will begin to feel very alone in the start of your addiction. With only your drugs and your alcohol to soothe your suffering, you continue on in life's miserable start of addiction. If you truly want to avoid losing everything in your life, and possibly even your life, you should pay close attention to the 4 signs of addiction that has taken control of you. Number 1 on my list. Number 1 is you see your life as dim and very bleak. When your addiction begins to spiral out of control, your outlook of life will start changing tremendously. You will begin to see through dark-colored glasses. Depression will ensue. A feeling of helplessness and regret will monopolize most of your sober minutes. When you're not feeling depressed, you will feel anxious about different mistakes that you have made. The anxiety will make it hard to focus on the one facet of your life to the next facet. This is why so many people refer to addiction as spiraling out of control or spinning out of control. You bounce back and forth between depression and anxiety, and the only way to fix these emotions is to continue using your drugs and or alcohol. Number two sign, or the second sign addiction has control of you, is you have begun to lose what used to be very, very important to you. Have you lost any of the following? Just answer these questions, please. Have you lost your job because of your addiction? Have you lost your home because of your addiction? Have you lost your children because of your addiction? Have you lost your spouse because of your addiction? Have you lost valuable items because of your addiction? Are people who are important to you no longer involved in your life? Do you feel alone in your life? In your eyes, you feel victimized, like everyone is turning their backs on you, right? The truth is very simple. If people love you, they are leaving you. Then your choices and your addictions are the reasons. There is no way to rationalize the loss, and you cannot blame others to ignore the plain truth that your addiction has driven a wedge between you and all your loved ones. People who love you enough to leave you know that that's the only way to get you to get help. By leaving and letting you figure it out on your own, you are more likely to get help that you need. They are not enabling you by staying. Number 3, you feel like you cannot control your day, your everyday. Regrets are hard to handle in life, and masking them with a substance is one of the easiest way to do it, you feel at least, but eventually you can't mask them anymore, and your whole life spins out of control. If you're part of an addiction cycle that is spinning out of control, your typical day goes something like this. Now listen up very carefully. You wake up promising yourself that you're not going to use today. You get anxious and you get restless. You start rationalizing with yourself about it, how it will be okay just to use just a little. You think it will help you quit. You use, but it's not enough. You figure, I'll quit tomorrow. You use more and neglect all the responsibilities of your life. You crash. You wake up feeling guilty and start the cycle all over again the next day. Simply put, you have lost control of your own free will. The addiction has taken control of you, my friend. You are literally enslaved to your addiction. And number 4 on my list is you use to avoid withdrawal. Withdrawal, my friends, can be the hardest thing. I remember when I drank excessively and I finally decided to not only turn my life to Jesus, but turn my life away from the drugs and, just from the alcohol, because I never did drugs. But I remember the withdrawal for 2 weeks, shakes and sweating and feeling hopelessness. Well, listen to number 4. You use to avoid withdrawal. When you stop using, your body physically reacts. The reaction is extremely uncomfortable. If you are using just to control the withdrawal, you are clearly not in control of your life, my friend. The addiction has taken control of you. If you're using just to control the withdrawal, you are clearly not in control of your life. I promise you that. Your addiction has taken hold of you and is demanding, screaming that you better feed your addiction. Friend, your only choice at this point is to find a facility and get the help that you need to detox from your substance abuse. When you step back and look at the big picture, you will see that your choices have led you down a very dangerous path, and you have lost control of your own life to substance. While the substance may be ruining your life right now, it doesn't have to stay that way. All you need to do are 2 things. First, admit you have a problem. Admit you have a problem. If you've listened to these 4 and these relate to you, one or all, admit you have a problem. And then turn your life to Jesus. You can call me at 844-405-HELP, because together, you and I, we can help each other take our lives back. But it all starts with you. These were the 4 signs that addiction has control of you. You see life as dim and bleak. When your addiction begins to spiral out of control, spinning out of control, nothing and everything looks very bleak. You have begun to lose what used to be important to you, my friends. That's number 2. Have you lost your job? Have you lost your home, your children, your spouse, your most valuable items? Have you lost any and all of them? Number 3 is you feel like you cannot control your day. Your day is out of control. You wake up promising yourself each and every day, I will just do today. It's okay. Tomorrow's a different day. You get anxious and restless. You start rationalizing with yourself about how it will be okay just to use just a little bit. You think you will quit soon. You use, but it's never enough. You figure, I'll quit tomorrow. You use more, neglect all the responsibilities. You crash. You wake up feeling guilty and start the cycle all over again. And number 4, you use to avoid withdrawals. And withdrawals are tough, my friends. I don't know about drugs, but I know alcohol withdrawal was tough. It was one of the toughest things I went through for 2 weeks, just about. 2 weeks of shaking, 2 weeks of sweating, 2 weeks of wishing I had one more drink, 2 weeks of hoping that this all will end soon. Folks, with the power of prayer and God's guidance and direction, I was able to go through it without any help from anyone except for from God, because God is more powerful than any counselor, any life coach, any rehab center. And I'm telling you this right now, folks. If you think that on number 3, you'll figure I'll quit tomorrow is a guarantee to you, it's not. There are many people in life that think they have a tomorrow and they don't. You were blessed today with 86,400 seconds to live. Utilize some of those seconds to say thank you to God, and utilize a lot of those seconds on finding the help that you need. Because if you show 4 signs, any signs of this addiction taking control of you, I hate to put it very blunt and cold, but you are an addict. You're an alcoholic. I'm an alcoholic, but if you're using drugs, you're an addict. There's no ways about it. You can sugarcoat it all you want. You are an addict, and you need to get help before you, my friend, will die. So many people, so many days, so many weeks, so many years are overdosing daily. What will it take for you to get the help that you need? What will it take? Will it take for a close relative of yours to overdose? Because if you get to that point to overdosing, it doesn't matter, because you are gone. Now you have left your loved ones to grieve over you. You have leaving your loved ones to scratch their head and say, what could we have done better to help you? Call me at 844-405-HELP. 844-405-HELP. Together, you and I, we can help each other take our lives back. Turn your life over and utilize the power of prayer. Ask God to help you each and every day. And I hope today, Wednesday, October 25th, 2017, is your first day of sobriety, and may God bless you.